What is the biggest mistake that I've ever made in tech? I mean, there's quite a number. There's a couple of them, and I think the one thing that usually stands out for me is not specializing a lot sooner. I mean, I think in the beginning I just wanted to learn everything, which is, I think, a problem that a lot of people face when they're starting out. I wanted to know everything that I could learn. I wanted to learn 20 programming languages, if not 100. And my focus was not exactly in, the fundamentals of computer science and engineering and systems that you need to understand, which are replicated across all the other frameworks and languages that do exist. And I think that set me behind like a couple of months, even years. You never know how it affects, because I remember I started learning like a lot of programming languages until the day that I decided to specialize and just focus on one specific thing and then be really good at that. I hadn't seen much success, right? So I think when you're starting, if you're watching this, I hope if you're starting already or you are also going through a similar thing, you should just go to the drawing board and look for something to specialize on. I mean, if you haven't decided on, let's say, a specific field, if it is, software engineering or development or data science or cybersecurity, if you haven't decided on any of that, at least pick one programming language and then understand how the programming language works end to end, how everything works under the hood. Like, for example, one of the simplest things that I usually talk about is when you look at memory allocation. Like, just something as simple as that. Understand whenever you assign an integer, how much space does it take up in memory compared to a string. So understanding all of these things helping you understand the memory allocation and all the other stuff with pointers. I mean, all these things you're going to learn them as you go. Just specialize on one language. And if I was to pick a programming language for you, so this is a little bit different, but I would advise that you start with C programming. C, the learning curve for C is not the same as for Python. If you don't have any technical background at all, and this is probably your first time starting to do this, then I'd advise you to go the Python route, because Python is basically just close to the natural language, like the English that we usually speak. So pick Python in that aspect. But I'd also want you just later on, just pick C programming. C programming is going to teach you a lot of things. I mean, I struggled understanding C for a couple of months when I was starting, but the moment I got everything all together, all the other programming languages, everything else I was learning became a lot easier for me. So, but again, just pick one language, honestly. You don't have to pick the C. There's Rust, you can pick that. But Python is the simplest. Python and JavaScript, those are the easiest for you to get started with. They're just close to just plain English as you can write it. And once you pick that language, understand everything to the end, then after that, you'll be at a position where you fully understand what a programming language looks like and how it works. So if you pick another programming language, it becomes a lot easier for you. But the major focus for you here should be to understand the engineering aspect and the system design aspect of these things, because that is the one thing that gets replicated across all programming languages, across all the frameworks that exist as well. And I want you to do that. Yeah. So focus on the computer science fundamentals, pick one thing and be really good at it, and everything else is going to fall in place. If you haven't decided which field to follow, at some point you're going to just figure it out. Imagine. Just don't spread yourself too thin and wanting to learn everything at the same time. That is the one thing that is going to, it's going to just waste a lot of time for you in the beginning. So whatever field you choose, please stick to it. And if you feel that you found value in this video, go ahead and subscribe, like, share. Just let it reach as many people as possible. This is the first time making such a video. I'm speaking in front of the camera here on YouTube. So yeah, I mean, if you guys like it, I'll try and like do a lot more of this in the future.